It's 4:34 a.m. and we are sitting in a McDonald's car park waiting for them to start serving breakfast at 5 a.m. That can mean only one thing. We're going to Disneyland! And we're getting the EuroTunnel at 6:20. So we need a McDonald's breakfast before we go. We've got to check in to EuroTunnel at 5:20. It's about 10 minutes from here. So our plan is wait for the... Are we yawning over there?
Yeah, sorry.
Goodness me. Our plan is wait for the time to tick over to 5 and then for them to start serving breakfast. Grab breakfast, eat it on the way there, go check in, get to France before 8 a.m. Because from there, it's like a 3.5-4 hour drive, accounting for toilet breaks and things, which would get us to Disney for 12 o'clock. That's what we'd like to do, please. Get us almost a full day in the parks. When we were rushing to get out of the hotel after the 3:30 alarm, we forgot that breakfast didn't start serving till 5. So, our action-packed day has kind of had the sting taken out of it for the next few minutes. Well, we are now checked in. It's 19 minutes past 5. We got our McDonald's exactly 5 o'clock on the dot. Very nice it was too. And we are going to be on the 6:24 train, which I think is the one we booked. First call for that is in about half an hour, so we're going to go and have a look in the terminal. From previous trips, I don't think it was very much chance of much being open in the terminal at 19 minutes past 5 in the morning, but we got half an hour to kill. We may as well go and have a little look. So that's all the stuff that would be in here if it was open. I think there's a good chance Starbucks might be. Probably not a lot else though. Anyone who's not done EuroTunnel before who would expect this to be like an airport terminal, it is very much not like an airport terminal. There is nowhere near as much in it, although the duty free is open. That's mad. What time must that open? So we'll have a little look in the duty free. WH Smith's is open as well, actually. Everything's open. Okay, I'm pleasantly surprised. Maybe I've got the time wrong, but pretty much everything is open. Duty free? Okay, my nerdiness has just got excited at this. It's a little model of the EuroTunnel, the original EuroTunnel model from 1988, which is very cool. I would like to be on the upper deck at the front so I can pretend I'm driving it, not on the big one that's full of buses and lorries that's over there. So there are various bits and pieces, museum-y bits around and about the terminal. There used to be a museum over there, but I guess they've just taken all the stuff that was in the little museum area and just scattered it around the terminal, which is actually quite cool because I never went in the museum, but being able to see the models just knocking around in the terminal while Anna's buying makeup is fun. So I guess that's how the tunnels are set up. Nice. WH Smith there. Much better selection of stuff than they had in the perfume shop. Still nothing I need, but it's there, and it's always nice to see WH Smith. But I think my plan is Starbucks, grab a coffee, grab Anna, head to France. Job done. Okay, so Lyon and Burger King are not open, but Starbucks and La Gare both are. She's lost. She can't find me. I was going to show you what Anna's just purchased, but she's now running back because she's realised the thing she purchased is actually the Try Me tester bottle. I don't know why they sold it to her. She's also got one of these. I've got no idea what one of these is. Thank you. But I have coffees, and now we're just waiting for Anna. Pumpkin spice. Never been to Disney with a pumpkin spice before. This is a whole new world. Pun intended. Here she comes, look. So what is it you bought that you got the tester for? Some kind of cream. It's all right. There you go, cleaning balm. But you wanted the tester. Right, we've got our drinks. Let's go to France. This is a very unpleasant, very wobbly train ride. I don't remember it being this wobbly in the past, but we are in full wobble mode. It's only a 35-minute crossing. We should be in France by 7-ish UK time, so 8-ish French time. It's then like a 3.5-ish hour drive, allowing for breaks. We're now looking at hitting Disney maybe by 12. If we're there by 1, I'll consider that a bit of a result. if we get to France without me throwing up, I'll also consider that a bit of a result, because this is ridiculous. I've never known it be like this before. My goodness me. Well, I managed to avoid throwing up on the train, which is nice. I did look very green though, which is why I didn't film anything. We're about probably 45 minutes into France now, stopping at our traditional first service station for some traditional French delicacies, tea and biscuits. This is my kind of breakfast. It's just short of 9 o'clock French time. We've obviously added that hour for crossing the border. Sat-nav tells me we should be pulling into the hotel car park around about 11:30, so factoring in at least one more break, because I don't like to drive for 2.5 hours straight. Probably about lunchtime. Well, no. We've stopped again. We're about an hour and a half away from Disney. And it's slamming the door and knocking the camera over. There we go. Yeah, we're about an hour and a half away from Disney. She is honking like a goose next to me because she was up all night watching TikTok because she's an excited 5-year-old. I'm tired because I was trying to sleep next to someone who was up all night last night watching TikTok like an excited 5-year-old. So yeah, I don't normally stop this many times. It's weird. Every time we've done this journey in the past, I've had sleep apnea, I've had my dodgy knee, and I've needed breaks. That's why it's always taken us so long in the past, because I've been struggling to stay awake. My knee has been swelling up. I'm not doing too badly. I'm not like falling asleep at the wheel. She's fast asleep next to me. I'm just so bored. It's such a long drive and there's such a straight road. You literally get off the EuroTunnel in Calais and it's like 60 miles until you change roads. And then you change roads and it's like another 150 miles of just driving straight. I know when I talk about long car journeys, American viewers are like, yeah, that's normal here. And I'm sure it probably is. I know you lot drive like 8 hours to get to the supermarket in some parts of America, but for me, who thinks half an hour's drive is quite far away, this is so boring. So we're at a service station and we're going to go and see what they've got, sample their wares. You don't need anything, but killing boredom. And this one, you are a nightmare. All night last night, she had TikTok blaring next to me. She just would not sleep. I didn't know. And now she's fast asleep in the car now. But I guarantee, if I turn the Disney songs off that we're having to listen to and put a podcast on that I'd find interesting, she'd moan. There you go. She's a nightmare. Well, we're in the car park of our hotel. There's going to be a separate video where we show you around the hotel. We've never done the Disney hotel thing before. We've stayed in the, what's it called? The Nature Village, the one that's a bit like Centre Parcs. It's half owned by Centre Parcs. It's a little bit further out. This time we're staying in the Hotel New York, the newly renovated Art of Marvel one. And we have no idea what's going on. We've been brought around a really strange way to get in here. We've basically driven through a town. We've only ever just been on motorways before. But we've got here. The barriers are down on the way in. There's a guy there who's like, reservation? Oh, I don't have the paperwork. I've never needed the paperwork before. So I had to find the email on my phone showing my reservation. He looked at that and he was like, open the boot. What do you mean open the boot? So I opened the boot and he was just like, thank you. And I shut the boot. And now we've come in and we've pulled into a parking space. I certainly don't feel like we're going to be driving to and from the parks, which is what we've always done in the past because we've been a little bit further away. But
well, we can see the village.
Yeah, the amount of faff to get in and out of this car park, I'm pretty sure now the car is here. It's staying here. It's nearly 12:30. So our plan now is, I think we can take all our luggage in and sort of check in. We have to get our magic passes, which is the little card, which act as park tickets, meal plan, because we've got the half-board meal plan and room key, but we won't necessarily be able to get into our room until 3 o'clock. Check-in is officially at 3 o'clock, but according to the email, we can just leave our stuff at the hotel, get our magic passes and go into the parks and then come back later. I'll get a text when the room is ready, and apparently the text will just say, your room number is blah, 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 and then it'll magically work with the magic password I already have. I don't know if they put the luggage in or we have to retrieve the luggage from somewhere. This is very fancy. We've never done anything this fancy before. We feel very out of place, very underdressed. I realise it's a Disneyland hotel. We're probably not underdressed, but this is definitely the fanciest, nicest hotel we've ever stayed in. And I can tell that from the car park. Yeah, so make sure you check out the second video. That'll be the tour of the Art of Marvel Hotel. And we'll now do a little bit of a time jump in this one to when we're the other side of all the kerfuffle that's about to happen, and we're on our way into the park, and we'll have a little look around the park today. Again, the actual park tour videos will be separate videos, but we'll nip into the, we've got like 9 hours of park time left today, so we'll have a little look in there today, and we'll include that in this video. I don't know what's going on. This is mad. So we are now all checked into the hotel, and goodness me, is this a very different experience already from staying out at the place we've stayed the last couple of times we've come, because the hotel, which is there by the way, the Hotel New York, is right on the edge of the Disney Village. It's actually a shorter walk from the hotel to the parks than it is from the car park to the park. Yeah, exactly. We're not gonna have to move the car for 4 days. This is amazing. Even for like the fireworks, you could watch them from here. It's madness. Over here, look, we've got Iron Man defending our hotel. That's the hot air balloon that's right at the bottom of the Disney Village and the little Disney Village lake. Over here, we've got Spider-Man defending enough. Is it? No, it's not Spider-Man, it's Captain Marvel. I can only see the hand. So we've got Captain Marvel defending this side. But yeah, we just literally come out of the hotel and here we are in the Disney Village. Yeah, that's the maddest thing. Having been to Disney multiple times before, we've literally sat just there. We have sat on the edge of this lake, near where that balloon is. We've eaten at the Earl of Sandwich several times and had absolutely no concept that the hotel was just there. That is madness.
That paint they use, that special paint they
It's just Disney magic, isn't it? Proper Disney magic. They are geniuses. But yeah, this is the way to do it, for sure. It's an expensive way to do it. We've paid more for me and Anna to be here for to be fair, we've paid about £200 more for this trip for just me and Anna, but we've got 3 nights like we had on our last trip that had Andy with us. 3 nights the same, but rather than the 2 days of park passes that we had then, we've got 4 days of park passes and the half board meal plan. So I say it's an expensive way to do it. It's actually, when you factor in the 2 extra days park passes and the half board meal plan, we've actually probably got this trip for less than we paid for the 3 of us to come in May last year. And that trip in turn was less than the original trip when all 5 of us came and stayed out at the Nature Village and only had 2 days in the park. We did have half board then. But yeah, this has cost us less than £2,000 for 3 nights in the hotel, 4 days in the parks, 4 days of half board, and no need to park anywhere at any point because we're basically already there. I am already impressed. We've not even made it into the parks yet. Well, we've had a little bit of a rummage through the shops in the Disney Village. Don't worry, there will be a whole separate video where I tour around all the shops in the parks again. So don't panic that I've not shown you that. We are now heading towards Disneyland Park, which again, I'm not going to show you very much in there because there's going to be a whole separate video that we'll probably film tomorrow of the park. This is very much officially our travel day video, just with a few bits and bobs that we've got up to. Effectively, while we're killing time, waiting for our room to be available, it's 2 o'clock now. Our room will be available from 3. We'll probably spend a couple of hours in the park. We don't need to rush back for 3, but yeah. We'll do a proper park tour in a separate video. So basically what I'm saying is you need to be subscribing to the channel, turn your notifications on. For the next few weeks, you are going to be bombarded with Disneyland Paris content. We've got a lot of videos planned. It's not going to be loads of vloggy style stuff like what we've done in the past. We're going to have specific, proper videos in the style of the videos we've been making recently on the channel. So well worth subscribing and checking those out.
But for now, we're going to Disneyland, come on! I'll tell you what, folks, it's warm here. This time last week, we were in Great Yarmouth looking to buy gloves for Anna because her hands were so cold. We had coats on, it was freezing. This is quite the contrast. And annoyingly, we've packed for last week's weather. I've got like 2 pairs of basically sleeping shorts with me. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to just wear them tomorrow because wandering around here in jeans, it's a warm day. It's very busy as well. We've only ever previously been in May. We came in May twice, which was hotter than this, I think, but not this busy, which is weird because we came in May half term the first time. And then we came at Christmas, which was mega, mega busy. We actually thought we'd missed out on Halloween, but looking around the park, it looks like there is the early bits of Halloween starting to come in. It is the 26th of September as I'm recording this. I realise it's probably coming out well into the Halloween stuff, but yeah, they are getting some of the Halloween stuff out, so hopefully that will start to spread more and more over the course of the week so that we can experience Halloween in all its glory. We're also here right for the end of the 30th anniversary celebrations. We were here right at the start of them back in May last year. They end on Saturday. We actually go home on Friday, so we miss the official grand finale and the first day of Halloween, which we would have got if we'd have been here at the weekend. But believe it or not, it was much more expensive to come at the weekend, so we've come now. But we are now making a beeline for It's a Small World, because when we came last year, It's a Small World was closed. And as I'm sure all sane people watching know, it is the greatest ride in the history of theme parks, and I would like to go on it. Big thumbs up to Anna, by the way, for the deterioration of her spine and knee, which allowed us to jump the queue. Big positive, well done. You've got to have some upsides to it, and this was definitely one of them. We're on. I'm so excited. We've not been on this ride since pre-COVID. So it's like 4 years since we've been on this ride. Best ride ever, which I can't show you much of. Certainly none without me speaking, because I imagine it'll be a copyright strike. But it is, it's as awesome as I remember. And of course, there we have the main reason why I love this ride, and we'll be on here every day this week. Magnificent beasts. Oh, we have just had a massive stroke of good fortune. Because we're not organised, we've booked no restaurants, despite having the half board. So that's not ideal. So we just went on the app and had a little look. And Anna's favourite restaurant, not just in the park, not just in the parks, not just at the resort, Anna's favourite restaurant in the entire world, Captain Jack's, had a table free. It does mean having dinner at 3:45, which is in about an hour, but that works out quite well for us because we got up at 3:30 this morning and we've not had lunch. So we've not really had, well, I say not really, we've not had a meal since our 5 a.m. McDonald's. We've had like some crisps in the car on the drive, but I'm pretty ready for dinner now. So heading to Captain Jack's in an hour works for me. So we've lucked out there. We would quite like to eat in the hotel as well. There's a couple of restaurants in our hotel. They seem fully booked for the week, but when we checked in, they did say, check with the concierge. So we're going to check with the concierge, see if we can get squeezed in there. There is a giraffe bush. One moment, there's a giraffe bush. We'll convene this and reconvene this in a moment. Giraffe bush. Yeah, so when we head back to the hotel after this meal, we'll see if we can get in to one of the restaurants there for tomorrow or the next day. We've got a provisional booking for the barbecue steakhouse, which I think is over in the Cowboy area that I forget the name of. We've got that booked for 7 p.m. tomorrow. I think the illuminations are at 9 at this time of year, so that should be fine too. I've lost Anna. Well, we've spent our hours wait for dinner wisely, going on another ride we've never been able to go on before. I think I want to call it the Phantom Manor, the big haunted house ride. It was fine. It was long, and we are now 20 minutes away from our dinner reservation. We've got to try and remember where Pirates of the Caribbean is. I think it's in Adventureland, which I think is the next area across. I'm glad Anna's got the scooter, because there's no way we'd get there with her on foot. she's basically just following me. I'm being a tall beacon, cutting a swathe through people, and she's following along behind me because she really doesn't want to miss her dinner reservation. With time to spare, we'd have been here even quicker if we could have worked out the disabled access, but we got there in the end, and with like 5 minutes to spare, we have arrived at Captain Jack's restaurant. What a time to be alive. Well, we've made it in. It's far too dark to film in here. You might just be able to make out our virgin cocktails, virgin mojito, virgin larder in a weird coconut thing. But yeah, the ambiance in here is excellent because we're actually inside the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. The ride goes past us, but it is very dark, so there's really no point in me filming in here. We're going to enjoy a lovely dinner. Well, that was delightful. We were in there ages though, 3 courses, absolutely delicious. Had like a chicken salad thing for a starter, a chicken and prawn salady thing for the main. The man said, do I want chicken for dessert as well? It's almost as if I like chicken. I like a mango rice pudding thing for dessert. Really, really good. All on the Magic Pass. Lovely, lovely, lovely. It's now 5:15, so we are now going to make our way back to the hotel, get into our room, and then work out a plan for the rest of the day, because we've been up like 15 hours at this point. We're pretty tired, but I quite want to watch the illuminations at 9 o'clock. Anna less so, so I think I'm going to send her back for a nap and then try and drag her out again afterwards. So we headed back to the hotel for a little bit just to check in. By the way, best hotel I've ever seen in my life. You need to watch that video. I'll link to it down below. I've also had Walt Disney vomit all over me, and we are now, yes, I've got my hoodie that I bought earlier, my hat that apparently glows in the dark but isn't yet, that I bought earlier, and we are now heading back into the park. It is just gone 8 p.m. We think the illuminations are at 9 at this time of year, so either way the park closes at 9, so we're going to head back in, check out the illuminations, and then call it a night. It's been a long day. We've managed to avoid having a nap, so we are both pretty ready for bed, but we don't want to like go to bed at 8 o'clock, get up mega early again and jet lag ourselves, even though we're only in an hour's time difference and we drove here. So we're gonna stay up until maybe 10 p.m. It's very busy in the Disney Village. It's cool. I love this atmosphere. I love this place. I'm having the best day, and we've still got 3 more of these to go. Disney holidays are great. I'm already wishing we'd have booked a week rather than just the 3 nights. Don't think we're quite ready to afford a week. 3 nights was expensive enough. Oh, there we go, boys and girls. The main event, what we're all here for. A lit up castle, which in just a few minutes, well, about 20 minutes, will be covered in an awesome light show, drone show, and all sorts of fun fireworks and things. We have learned that you can't leave it to the last minute to get into the access area. We only just got a spot where Anna could see from her scooter, and I had to push past a load of people just to get us in. Some of the locals aren't desperate to help disabled people, it seems. Well, our meals are completely all over the place today. It is now nearly 10 p.m. and we're having sandwiches. We've got an Earl of sandwich, and we have some delicious looking sandwiches. I have a beef and cheese, you've got a ham and cheese, and we are good. What is not good, what is a hot air balloon up there? There it is. What is not good, on the way in, my muff fell off my microphone and the person behind me stood on it and I snapped the little feet off of it. So I hope I've got a spare one in my camera bag. If not, every other video on the rest of this trip, if there's any kind of wind at all, is going to sound horrific. which is problematic. The other option would be super gluing it on. That risks ruining the microphone. And I don't have any super glue. So that's not ideal, but I'll eat my sandwich and I'll feel better in the morning. And we'll see you in the next video in this series. That's been a long day. We're going to eat these and then go to bed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for the rest of our Disney trip, and there is a lot of cool stuff still to come. Thank you very much for watching. Toodle pip. Bye bye.